Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk a little bit about airdrops and decisions and how they're made and uncommitted people and Michigan. I'm going to do this because I got this question and I think it's worth going over. Okay, so it says, I'm one of Michigan's uncommitted voters. Your video the night of the primary made me mad. They didn't say made me mad here. It's a little bit more colorful than that. I couldn't understand what you could possibly mean by we wouldn't get what we were asking for, but we might get something else. Now I've seen a few people say the airdrops were caused by us. Is that true? Caused by you? I don't know if I would go that far. Influenced, probably. It's a good foreign policy decision. The airdrops are a good foreign policy decision across the board. Okay, but Biden and his team, they may not have known whether or not there would be support for it. The uncommitted votes, that campaign, it showed that there was support. So it's not like this was put on the table because of the uncommitted voters in Michigan. But it was on the table, and the fact that the uncommitted voters existed made what might have been a difficult decision really easy. It's a decision that might have gone the other way. So, can uncommitted voters claim this as a victory? Yeah, that's fair. I don't like the term caused because if this was a bad foreign policy move or something that wasn't feasible, it regardless of the uncommitted voters, it wouldn't have happened. But because it was a good one and it was feasible, the uncommitted voters showed that there was support for it, real support. And that probably made that decision very easy. And it probably contributed to it being more than just a token. We now have quotes from people on Biden's staff making it very clear this is not going to be a one and done. It's going to be sustained. Still don't know the scale yet, but it's not going to be just a token response. All of these things were influenced by the uncommitted voter. I don't know that I would go as far as to say caused. I hope that makes sense. And I think for a lot of people, that's a distinction without a difference. But if you were part of that movement, when I was talking about you having political capital to get stuff that could mitigate and help, this is exactly what I was talking about. And I wouldn't, you can't say that this wouldn't have happened without the uncommitted voter. But I would have no problem saying it's a whole lot less likely. That movement showed that there was support. That it wasn't just a bunch of idealistic kids dreaming at online polls. That it was real. That makes it much easier to make a decision to do something tangible when it comes to policy, as long as it fit the other criteria, meaning it actually was good for U.S. foreign policy and it was feasible. There's tons of things right now that are good for U.S. foreign policy and they're feasible that we're not doing because there isn't pronounced support for it. What happened in Michigan showed pronounced support. So it made what might have been a difficult decision easy. I totally think you can claim credit for this. and say, we had something to do with this. I don't know I would use the word caused. Because there's more to it than just the primary results. So I hope that answers the question. It shows how the influence can be exerted. And this is it. And make no mistake about it, this is literally going to save lives. So I wouldn't take that as a small win either. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.